Good evening and welcome into Montini Catholic High School here in Lombard, Illinois, where tonight it is the Coach Daryl Thomas Memorial game between the St. Joseph Chargers and the Montini Broncos. Hello everybody, I'm Connor Klingen and thank you for joining me tonight on Arena Sportsnet, brought to you through Spreaker. Obviously a special game tonight for both of these teams. Daryl Thomas played at St. Joseph between 1979 and 1983, went on to have a tremendous career, a McDonald's All-American, played for Indiana University under head coach Bobby Knight, won a national championship there in 1987, and then went on to coach for a long time, played professionally in Europe, but also coached for St. Joseph for a number of years, then was the head coach at Montini since 2015. As most of you out there know who are listening, unfortunately, Daryl tragically passed away on March 28th of 2018. Certainly a stunning loss for both of the communities of St. Joseph and Montini. So this game tonight to honor him, and there will be a presentation before this game. Had a chance to sit down with Coach Gene Pingatore before tonight's game and got his thoughts on Daryl Thomas and also tonight's matchup. All right, we're here with St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore before tonight's game against Montini. And, of course, on everyone's mind tonight, Coach Daryl Thomas, a tremendous player, also was an assistant coach for you, and then was the head coach here at Montini. Going back into his playing days, I'm sure a lot of the folks out there listening do remember how great of a player he was, but maybe for some of our younger listeners, could you describe the kind of player he was back at St. Joseph?
Well, actually, when he came in, he came with another kid who was just as big, Tony Reeder. And they were both freshmen starting on the sophomore team. And all of a sudden the press picked on it, the Twin Towers, and that carried on for 3 years. Daryl was more of the finesse guy, and Tony was a blue-collar guy on the boards, although Daryl could rebound also. He was just outstanding, all-around player. Played defense, could shoot it. I think more importantly, though, he was a great kid. And I still, even to the day he died, I still call him a great kid. He was a kid to me.
And, of course, he came back to coach with you as well as St. Joseph. What did that mean to you to have him come back to the program?
Well, that was outstanding. I mean, to have someone who knows what you do and has been through the whole thing and come back and want to be part of it again, so I'm thinking, maybe we did the right thing.
Yeah, so many players come back here, and of course now Daryl's son, we've talked about him, Kyle, he's a freshman on the team. How special is that to have him come to the program?
It's always special when you get the son of one of your former players coming back, and we've had a few, and they've all been great. And the parents have been very supportive, and they know what it's all about. That's the big thing.
It's definitely a testament to the kind of coach you are that parents want to send their kids back to play for you. And Coach, heading into this game tonight, what are you expecting from Montini in this one?
Oh, they're going to be all fired up, and it'll be an emotional game, and we got to play through that as much as you want all the hype and all that for Daryl and the family and all that, but business is business. We still have to try to win the game. It's going to be a tough game. It really is.
Yeah, it's difficult
because of the emotions.
Certainly difficult to play in these type of circumstances.
Right.
How are you trying to keep the players as focused as possible on winning the game?
Well, we never talked about what the game was all about. I mean, everyone knew and so forth, and we just did business as usual. So I'm hoping that carries over.
Certainly should be a special night. And, Coach, we've talked about kind of the turnover on this roster. Last week on Friday night, both Reggie Strong and Marcus Becton, the two transfers, were in double figures. What kind of impact have they had on this team thus far this season?
Well, they're good players that have been added to the roster, so we have more people that can play, and that's always good. Of course, we're still all learning, including the kids that did transfer. So, by the way, you were right. They were bigger than my scouting reports say.
Coach, once again, appreciate the time, and certainly a special night tonight, an emotional night, and hopefully you guys can come away with the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we've thought about it a lot, and a lot of people are coming that are here because of Daryl, and so it's going to be very, very emotional.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time so much, and hopefully you guys can come away with the victory.
Thank you.
Thank you again to Coach Gene Pingatore for taking the time before tonight's game to spend a few minutes chatting with me, specifically about Daryl Thomas, such a special man, a player, a coach, a dad, of course, Kyle, his son, now playing for this St. Joseph team, and meant a lot to this Montini community as well, serving as the head basketball coach here since 2015. Before that was an assistant at St. Joseph. So these two schools, Daryl Thomas means so much to them, and as Coach said, it's going to be a tough game for both of these teams. The emotions are going to be riding high. Players on both squads are going to be playing with heavy hearts, and as they warm up tonight, both teams are wearing shooting shirts with the number 24 and Thomas on the back with the names of both schools on the sleeves. And it really shows tonight the kind of community between Catholic schools in this area, and how Coach Thomas brought together, in a way, two communities tonight, both schools really celebrating his life and all that he did, both as a player, as a coach, as I mentioned, as a husband, as a father. Just truly a tremendous man. And the program here tonight with a dedication to Daryl, and the last paragraph says, Daryl truly had a zeal for life. He was adored by many and touched infinite lives. He had a warm heart and an infectious smile. In late 2017, he was invited to speak to Montini theology students about his experience growing up in a diverse society. He left them with something to ponder throughout their own journeys in life, and this is what Daryl said back in 2017. My parents taught me to treat people how I wanted to be treated. Actually, they taught me to treat people better than they treat me. You will never fail in doing that. And that quote right there just showing you the kind of person Daryl Thomas was. Certainly so tragic to lose him too soon in 2018. But at this point now, we will go to the public address announcer here at Montini, where they will have a pregame ceremony, opening prayer, and national anthem.
Just 2 minutes.
2-minute break here. We will have the pregame ceremony from the public address here at Montini. Important night for both of these schools, and the emotions are going to be riding high. Of course, many of these players for Montini played for Daryl Thomas, and they came to this school looking to play for Daryl Thomas. And Robert Lozano has come in. He's certainly a good coach as well here in his first season at Montini. But you have to imagine it's going to be tough for these players, and many of the players on St. Joe's, of course, knowing Daryl Thomas from being around the community as well, and Kyle Thomas on this St. Joseph team. But in terms of the records of these two squads, Montini comes in at 3-7. The St. Joseph Chargers coming in with a record of 3-4. Chargers have split their two conference games on the season. Now, some of those crossovers, so not technically counting towards the conference record, but they are 1-1 against Chicago Catholic League competition. This being another crossover game here tonight. Montini coming off a loss on the road at Bennett, always one of the best programs in the area, an 87-67 loss on the road. Also lost last Saturday night at Carmel and lost at St. Ignatius last Friday night. Against Chicago Catholic League competition, Montini started off at Brother Rice, lost that one 72-56. Took on Loyola back on December 4th, lost that one 58-28. The loss on the road at St. Ignatius last Friday, 78-71. And tonight, they will take on the Chargers of St. Joseph. We're about ready now for the opening prayer and national anthem here at Montini.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Montini Catholic High School here in beautiful Lombard, Illinois. We'd like to welcome everybody to the Coach Daryl Thomas Memorial game. We'd like to kick off this evening the way we do all things here at Montini Catholic with a word of prayer. Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. We'd like to turn over the prayers to Coach Bill Riley from St. Joe's, Westchester.
Good evening. On Sunday, October 28th, Daryl Thomas, the nephew of Daryl Thomas, passed away at the age of 27 after a long battle with cancer. Daryl was a 2009 graduate from St. Joseph. Daryl and his nephew, best of friends. I would like to offer a special intention for Daryl and include him in this evening's prayer. As we place ourselves in the Lord's presence, let us pray. Merciful and loving God, we pray this evening as the Montini and St. Joseph communities come together to honor and give thanks for the gift of Daryl Thomas to us. We celebrate his life as a loving son, brother, husband, and father, as an accomplished athlete, coach, and friend. We give thanks for his example to us as a Christian man serving his community as a teacher and mentor to many. Daryl's incredible spirit was a torch to all who knew him. We ask your help that we always remember his loving heart and his welcoming embrace. None of us were ready for the day that he left us, and still today we mourn his loss from our own lives and what he meant to each of us. Daryl was recently joined by his loving nephew, Gerald Thomas. Lord, you have taken Daryl and Gerald Thomas home, and we commend them both to your loving hands. We pray for the Thomas family that their pain be diminished by their faith, and that they are comforted by the support of this community of friends. God rest the souls of Daryl and Gerald Thomas. For this we pray to you, O Lord, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. At this time, I'd like to ask Coach Lozano to come to the center court. And I'd also like to ask Daryl's wife, his children Adam, Kyle, and Maya to come to the center court for a presentation. Thank you. I'd like to ask both teams go to the floor, please. Both teams go to the floor.
Special presentation for the national anthem. We are blessed to have two representatives from both schools today. From Montini Catholic High School, Shannon Williams and Megan Huff. From St. Joe's, we have Maya Seaton and Skylar Miller. Big round of applause. Excellent job on the national anthem.
Well, I apologize for not having better audio capabilities to capture what just transpired here at Montini, but it was a touching tribute to Daryl Thomas, a prayer read by St. Joseph assistant coach Bill Riley, and also the head sophomore coach, and really just a touching tribute.
Reggie Strong.
And now we have the starting lineups being announced for St. Joseph. Reggie Strong,
Number 12, John Robinson.
as well as John Robinson,
Junior number 21, Malik Anderson.
Malik Anderson,
Junior number 22, Marcus Beckton.
Marcus Beckton,
And senior number 33, Antonio Hardaway.
and Antonio Hardaway, the lone senior in that starting lineup for the Chargers.
Bill Riley, Chuck Murphy, Tom McMahon, and Cliff Scale. And now, the starting lineup for your Montini Broncos.
We have the Montini starting lineup being announced.
Scott West. Senior number 2, Mark Gabriel. Senior number 11, Luke Morrill. Sophomore number 15, Jalen McBride. And sophomore number 24, Kai Matthew Evans. The Broncos are coached by Bob Lozano, assisted by Mike Malcaster, Tim Rossi Taylor, Don Deal, and Ben Steiner.
So the starting lineup for Montini: Scott West, Mark Gabriel, Luke Morrill, Jalen McBride, and Kai Matthew Evans. For the Broncos, 3 seniors and 2 sophomores, with McBride and Evans being the 2 youngsters in the lineup for the Broncos. For the Chargers, 4 juniors in the starting lineup, along with the lone senior Antonio Hardaway, Reggie Strong, John Robinson, Malik Anderson, Marcus Beckton, and Hardaway, the senior for the Chargers. As I mentioned, the Chargers come into this one at 3-4, Montini at 3-7 on the season. It will be Hardaway going up against Mark Gabriel on the tip. Tip is won by Hardaway. Into the backcourt for John Robinson, and the Chargers will start off the ball game on offense. Robinson on the left wing fires from 3, way off the mark there. Rebound is taken down by Mark Gabriel for Montini. Up ahead for Jalen McBride on the left wing. McBride dribbles around to center court, now over to the right wing. Gives off for Scott West, well beyond the three-point line. 7:30 to play, first quarter, no score between Montini and St. Joseph. Driving baseline now is Kai Matthew Evans. He's fouled from behind. Foul on Antonio Hardaway. That is his first, and the first on the Chargers as a team. Evans free throw, in and out. 7:29 to play, first quarter, no score. Tonight, of course, being the Coach Daryl Thomas Memorial game between St. Joseph and Montini, and the second free throw also no good there for Evans. Up ahead in the front court for Beckton. Beckton all the way to the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebound, battled for, eventually taken by Hardaway. He's on the floor, battle for it. Jump ball, possession arrow pointing the way of the Broncos, so it will go to Montini. Still no score, 7:17 to play, first quarter. McBride brings it up the floor for the Broncos on the left side, guarded by Robinson. Now over to Morrill on the right wing. Morrill takes his time, now gives to West. West looking to the corner. Pass broken up by Robinson, but now looking underneath for Morrill. Nearly lost the ball, but dribbles back out beyond the three-point line. Then had it momentarily stripped by Beckton out of bounds. It will stay with Montini. 6:57 to play. First quarter, Montini will keep it in the front court. Inbounding from the right side of the floor into West. West standing near the midcourt circle. Now over the right wing for Evans. Evans looking for a screen. Now dribbles to the lane. Back outside West left wing. Fakes the 3. Fakes the pass. Then drives and gets the lay-in for 2. First 2 points of the ball game. It's 2-0 Montini. They're going to apply some pressure in the backcourt. Some full court press. Nearly stolen away, but it's up ahead to John Robinson over the midcourt stripe. 6.5 minutes to play, first quarter, 2-0 Montini. Becton at the top of the key, gives over for Reggie Strong in the right wing. Well beyond the three-point line, guarded by West. Strong, the transfer from Farragut. Strong fires from three-point land and got it. Reggie Strong off to a good start here tonight. 3-2 Chargers, 6:10 to play, first quarter. Kai Matthew Evans, left wing, drives baseline now, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped and taken by Becton. Becton up ahead for Anderson. The lay-in is good. Malik Anderson has 2. It's 5-2 Chargers. Just under 6 minutes to play, first quarter. Here's Morrill, bring it the other way for the Broncos. Hands off for West beyond the three-point line. Back for Morrill. Morrill between the circles, now gives for Kai Matthew Evans. Or rather, Jalen McBride. McBride now driving, dishing. Underneath is Morrill, wide open under the basket on the left side for 2. 5-4 the Chargers lead now. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first. Malik Anderson spins his way over midcourt. Now in the right wing to the top of the key for Becton. Long two-point jumper on the way, well short for the junior Marcus Becton. And out of bounds it will go to Montini. Key Shaheed Owens enters for St. Joseph. First sub of the game for the Chargers. Scott West bringing up the floor for Montini on the right side. Gets over midcourt, guarded by Reggie Strong. Looking to drive, has it stripped. The putback attempt is there. Kai Matthew Evans has 2, and it's 6-5 Montini. 5 minutes to play, first quarter. Strong over to Hardaway on the right side. Driving. Offensive foul as the charge is taken by Mark Gabriel. And that's trouble because that's a second foul on Antonio Hardaway. He's going to have to head to the bench. And look who is getting ready to come in. It is Kyle Thomas, the freshman, the son of Daryl Thomas. And certainly an emotional night for him, his dad being honored tonight. And Kyle, the 6'8" freshman, here's McBride driving to the hoop. He's fouled. He'll go to line for 2. 4:48 to play. 6-5 Montini as Jalen McBride will head to the free throw line for 2. And the foul was called on Kyle Thomas. McBride sinks the first free throw. (7-5 Montini. 4:48 to play in the first. Second free throw also good from Jalen McBride. 8-5. 4:45 to play in the first. Becton brings it over midcourt for the Chargers. Looking outside for Strong. It's stolen by West. West with it for Montini. 4.5 minutes to play in the first. Broncos have a 3-point lead. Into the corner for Matthews. Top of the key now, McBride. McBride for West in the right corner. West looking to drive. Had it stripped away. Putback attempt is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Montini. 4:18 to play. First quarter. 8-5. Montini with the lead. They'll be inbounding from underneath their own basket on the left side. McBride, the inbounds man, trying to find his man underneath. It's blocked by Kyle Thomas and then taken by the Chargers. Oh, but then they'll say Shaheed Owens stepped out of bounds, so it'll go back to Montini. And Coach Gene Pingator will take a timeout with 4:11 to play in the first quarter. Montini leading at 8-5. Some early energy here from the Broncos coming out on their home floor on Coach Daryl Thomas's Memorial Night. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds. 8-5, Montini leading St. Joseph here on their home floor. And they will inbound it from underneath their own basket on the right side. Morrill is the inbound man. Gets it in for Gabriel, and it's taken away by the Chargers. Pushing into the front court, Reggie Strong with the lay-in. Strong already with 5 points, 8-7 the score now. Here's McBride. McBride driving the lane, trying to scoop it up and in. High off the glass, gets it to go. 4 points already for Jalen McBride. 10-7 Broncos. Reggie Strong, right wing 2. Long 2, he got it. 10-9 as this game is starting to increase in pace. West looking to drive the lane, can't get it to go. Putback attempt isn't there either. Rebound is tipped, last touch by Montini, so the Chargers will take over. They trail 10-9, 3:34 to play first quarter. Reggie Strong off to quite the start. 7 of the 9 points for the Chargers. Up ahead, Becton. Becton drives the lane and gets the roll-off back iron. Marcus Becton with his first 2 points. Chargers back ahead, 11-10. Just over 3 minutes to play first quarter. Morrill on the outside for the Broncos. Dishes at the top of the key for McBride. McBride setting up the offense for Montini. Looking for the screen, and it's an illegal screen set by Mark Gabriel. That'll be his first foul, and that will lead to Bob Lozano taking a timeout here with 3:07 to play first quarter. It's 11-10 Chargers. What a start it's been for Reggie Strong. Already with 7 points. Malik Anderson with 2, Marcus Becton with 2 for the Chargers, total of 11. For Montini, Scott West with 2, Jalen McBride with 4, Luke Morrill with 2, and Kai Matthew Evans also with 2 of his own. Broncos have yet to put a sub on the floor. For the Chargers, Kyle Thomas has been out there due to foul trouble by Antonio Hardaway. Hardaway has already picked up 2 fouls. Reggie Strong in the backcourt. Strong brings it over half court on the right side. Gets a screen from Anderson. Setting up the offense now. Well beyond the three-point line. Takes a top of the key 3. Short. Offensive rebound to Anderson. Free throw line jumper off the back of the rim. Tipped back up and in by Kyle Thomas. 13-10 Chargers. Now it's stolen by St. Joe's. Anderson dishes back for Strong. Can't get it to go. Thomas puts it back up and in. That's 4 points for Kyle Thomas. It's 15-10 Chargers. A 6-0 run for St. Joe's after it was 10-9, but now a reach-in foul caught on Reggie Strong, and things starting to get a bit heated between Reggie Strong and Scott West. How about that? 4 straight points for Kyle Thomas, the freshman. An emotional night for him as it is the memorial game for his father, Daryl Thomas, and nothing better to see than that. Kyle Thomas getting off to a great start here tonight. Entering now for Montini is Tyler McLaurin. First time we've seen McLaurin tonight as Mark Gabriel heads to the bench. 2:22 to play, first quarter, 15-10 Chargers. Scott West brings it up the floor for Montini. West, top of the key, dishes left side, 3 on the way. Well off the mark there from Jalen McBride, into the hands of Malik Anderson. Anderson near the midcourt circle, nearly lost it as Morrill's guarded him tightly. Able to get it over to Strong. Now Shaheed Owens, right wing jumper off the mark. Rebound taken by Montini's Kai Matthew Evans. Evans, top of the key, driving the right side. Baseline, got it to go as it rattled around and in. As Evans has 4 points now, 15-12, 1:40 to play first quarter. Becton driving the right side, some contact, and a blocking foul called. Becton will go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul called on Tyler McLaurin, who just came in off the bench. First free throw for Becton is good.
Into the game for the Chargers, number 25, Noel Jr.
As D'Amico Nuttall enters the game, 16-12 Chargers. 4-point lead for St. Joe's, 1:36 to play in the first. Second free throw for Becton. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim. 16-12 the score. Montini takes over. Minute and a half left in the first. Here's Evans, and that pass goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Chargers, so it'll stay with the Broncos. 1:27 left in the first. Montini will inbound to the right of their own basket, or rather the Charger basket. Into Morrill. Morrill on the right side, well beyond the three-point line. Cross-court pass for West. West now over to Jalen McBride at midcourt. McBride, top of the key, hands off for Evans. Evans with 110, and he is pushed. That'll be a foul on the Chargers. This one goes on Malik Anderson. That's his first. 5 fouls on the Chargers as a team now here in this first half. Top of the key three on the way from Morrill, and he sinks it. Luke Morrill's got 5 points, and just like that, it's a 1-point game again. 16-15 Chargers, just under a minute to play in the first. Anderson over midcourt. Gets a screen from Thomas. Now double team, nearly lost it, and they'll say it's over and back as Anderson was being pressured tightly right near half court. And he stepped into the front court and then back into the back court, so it'll be a backcourt violation. It's back to Montini with 49 seconds left in this first quarter. They trail by 1. Evans on the right side for McBride. Morrill fakes the three, now takes a long two. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Strong looking to push the other way, all the way to the hoop, and got the roll-off back iron. Reggie Strong looking impressive here tonight. But now the other way, very quickly, Montini puts up a shot, no good. Back outside, they reset the offense. Evans looking to drive the lane, high off the glass, and good. Kai Matthew Evans with 6 points. 18-17 Chargers, 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Strong with 8 seconds now. Strong looking into the corner and out of bounds. It was touched by D'Amico Nuttall, and it will go to Montini with 4.7 seconds left in the first. Strong was looking into that right corner for Nuttall, and he touched it out of bounds. Here's Kai Matthew Evans, 3 seconds now, down to 2. Matthew Evans with a three, no good, and that will do it for the first quarter. And a thrilling first quarter it was, 18-17, a high-scoring first quarter. At the end of the first, and we'll take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet, presented to you through Spreaker. We'll be back. St. Joe's leads it 18-17. Welcome back here to Montini Catholic. St. Joseph leading at 18-17 at the end of the first quarter. A back and forth first quarter. The Chargers jumped out to a 5-point lead at one point, but Montini was right back at them. On the floor for the Chargers to start the second, it's Nakai Shaheed Owens, Reggie Strong, Kyle Thomas, Marcus Becton, and Malik Anderson. Inbounds right away to Strong, and he loses the basketball out of bounds. Last touch by Montini. The Chargers will inbound from the left side. tipped out of bounds. They'll inbound from the same spot once again, right up against the bleachers. Actually, they're going to bring it down to the baseline. And Malik Anderson will inbound it. Anderson in for Strong. Short jumper on the way is good. That's 11 already for Reggie Strong. And it's 2017 Chargers. 7:45 to play, second quarter. Evans on the right side for the Broncos. Dishes down the lane. And that shot's good from Tyler McLaurin, as there was some contact there. 2019 Chargers, 7.5 to play, second quarter. Shaheed Owens with it for St. Joe's. Over on the left wing, gives off for Becton. Becton looking to drive that left side, spins, dishes back out. Anderson, left wing three. High arcing shot is good. The signature Malik Anderson three, and it's 23-19 Chargers. Just over 7 minutes to play in the first half. Evans, top of the key, dishes down the lane. McLaurin is right there once again. 4 points for McLaurin here in this second quarter. 23-21 Chargers, under 7 minutes to play first half. Reggie Strong, the transfer from Farragut, brings it over the midcourt for the Chargers. Now over to Becton on the right wing, well beyond the three-point line. Becton over left wing Anderson, fakes the three, spins, dishes out Strong. Left corner three, can't get it to go. Rebound by Kyle Thomas. Thomas dishes to Becton, cutting down the lane, can't get the roll-off back iron. And now Montini looking to go the other way a little quickly. That pass out of bounds, intended for Scott West, as Sean Page will check in for the Chargers. First time we've seen him tonight, the freshman. He'll come on for Kyle Thomas. Thomas already with 4 points tonight. And Nicholas Baruco also comes on for Montini. 6:34 to play first half, 23-21 Chargers. Reggie Strong has it in the backcourt. Brings it over half court, being pressured. Page. Now Shaheed Owens, elbow jumper on the way. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Montini. Evans brings it up the left side. Evans pressured by Becton, now drives the right lane, can't get it to go. Rebound is tipped out up ahead in the front court for Anderson. Anderson draws the foul. He'll go to the line for two as he was going up to the hoop. Malik Anderson with 5 points so far tonight. That foul called on Julian Gatewood. That's his first foul. (23-21) Chargers, 6:07 to play, first half. First free throw from Anderson, nothing but net there. 24-21. Anderson's second free throw on the way. Can't get the roll there. So it'll remain 24-21 with 6 minutes to play in the half. Up the right side. Now it's Baruco on the left wing, top of the key. And a travel there as Julian Gatewood was thinking about taking the three and then took one too many steps there, as John Robinson will check back in for the Chargers as Shaheed Owens heads to the bench. Mark Gabriel coming back on for Montini as Luke Morrill will head to the bench. Just under 6 minutes left. Chargers lead it by 3 here in the first half. 24-21. Reggie Strong near midcourt. Now to Robinson. Robinson on the right wing. Robinson dribbles out to the top of the key. Now Robinson looking for some space. Dishes down to Page. Baseline jumper on the right side. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Montini's Tyler McLaurin. He dishes ahead to Julian Gatewood up the left side. Gatewood cross court. Three on the way from Evans. That's long. Rebound is tipped. Taken by Montini. Now Gabriel will reset the offense. Evans standing near midcourt. 5 minutes left first half. Montini with the ball, trailing by 3. Kai Matthew Evans on the right wing. Evans looking for a screen, trying to find some space. Now he hands off. Gatewood thought about a long three, decided against it, and he dishes back for Evans. Montini taking their time on this offensive possession. Now Evans on the baseline, dishes outside Baruco. Now back for Gatewood on the right wing. Gatewood dribbles inside the three-point line. nearly lost the basketball, and indeed he does. It's stolen by Anderson. Ahead for Robinson with the lay-in. Not there. The putback is, though, for Reggie Strong. He has 13. It's 26-21 Chargers. The lead back up to 5. That matches the largest of the night for St. Joe's. 4.5 minutes left in the half. And driving all the way to the hoop is Kai Matthew Evans, and he has 8 points. 26-23 Chargers. Becton on the left wing beyond the three-point line. Becton drives the lane, dishes out. Robinson, and he travels as he was looking to make the shot fake there. It's back to Montini as Scott West re-enters the game for the Broncos. In for Evans. Kai Matthew Evans already with 8 points tonight for Montini, leading all Bronco scorers. Evans spinning in the lane, dishes out for West, left corner, looking to drive baseline. Some contact on that baseline. Foul is called on John Robinson. And I believe they did call this on the floor. They did before the shot by West. He put up a floater, but the whistle had already been blown. 26-23 Chargers. Montini with the basketball. 4 minutes to play, first half. McLaurin on the outside, beyond the left wing. McLaurin being pressured by Sean Page. Now for Baruco. Baruco into the lane, dishes back out well beyond the three-point line for West. West hands off for Evans. Evans to the right wing. Now finds a wide open Tyler McLaurin right under the hoop, cutting to the right side. 26-25. The Chargers lead cut to 1 after they had a 5-point lead once again. Every time you think the Chargers have some breathing room, Montini's right back at him. Becton driving the lane, gets the foul and the basket. Becton will head to the line looking to complete the three-point play. 28-25 Chargers as Julian Gatewood and Luke Morrill re-enter for Montini. Becton looking to complete the three-point play here. Free throw rolls off the front iron, back iron, and then out. No good there. So the lead remains at 3 for the Chargers. Under 3.5 to play in this first half. 28-25, Montini with the basketball. Morrill on the right wing. Morrill spinning his way, puts up a jumper. Can't get it to go. Putback is right there for Mark Gabriel. And the rebounding defensively for the Chargers has been a struggle tonight. They have the size advantage, but Montini's been all over the offensive glass. Here's Robinson, dishes for Page. Page on the left side, now Strong in close. Anderson, his left baseline jumper is nothing but net. Eight points for Malik Anderson, 30-27 Chargers, 2.5 minutes to play, first half. Here's Gatewood looking for Baruco. That pass goes out of bounds. And they will say nobody from St. Joe's touched that one, so it'll go to the Chargers. And Kyle Thomas re-enters. A special night for him. His father, Coach Daryl Thomas, being recognized, a memorial game for Daryl Thomas, who sadly passed away in March of 2018, was the head coach here at Montini from 2015 to 2018 and played and coached at St. Joseph. Chargers with the ball here, leading by 3. Robinson at the top of the key, has it stolen away, nearly stolen back by the Chargers, then tipped ahead. Evans can't get it to go. The putback is right there. Luke Morrill. Now the Chargers on the other end. Anderson, long two-point jumper is good. Malik Anderson has been impressive tonight. And he has 10 points already. 32-29 Chargers, just under 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Evans looking to drive all the way to the hoop. Very little resistance there, and Kai Matthew Evans already has 10 points. 32-31, a 1-point lead for the Chargers. Minute and a half to play in this first half. Strong on the outside, into the corner. Becton drives the baseline, little Euro step. Thomas had an offensive rebound, put back attempt, no good, but then Becton finishes. with a third chance for the Chargers to make it 34-31. 1:10 to play in the first half. Evans on the right side for the Broncos. Evans cross-court pass. Gatewood 3 on the way. That's off back iron, no good. Rebound to John Robinson. Robinson pushes ahead, looking for Kyle Thomas, in the pass just out in front of him, out of bounds. It will go back to Montini with 1:01 left here in the second quarter. Slowinski enters for Montini. .45 seconds left in this first half. McLaurin's attempt, no good. Slowinski got the offensive rebound, went up and got fouled. Offensive glass has been key tonight for the Broncos, as Slowinski will head to the line for 2 free throws.
That'll bring 35 Slowinski to the line.
That foul on Kyle Thomas, that's his first. Slowinski sinks the free throw. 34-32, 2-point game. Second free throw for Slowinski. That's no good, but there was a lane violation called before the free throw against Montini. 34-32, Chargers lead with 40 seconds left in the half. Montini applying some full court pressure here. Becton is the inbounds man for the Chargers. Who are inbounding to the left of their own basket. Reggie Strong pushes ahead into the front court. Strong on the baseline. Dishes back outside Anderson. Anderson taking his time now with 30 seconds left in the half. Reach-in foul here on Montini. That is their 5th. That foul on Evans, that's his first. Chargers have committed 7 fouls, 5 on the Broncos here in the first half. So they still have a foul to give here. Inbounds is to Robinson. Robinson on the left wing, dribbles between the circles. Robinson taking his time now with 22. Now down to 20 seconds. Robinson cutting. Back outside, Becton right wing. Into the right corner. Robinson fakes the shot. Now dishes back out for Strong at midcourt. Now Anderson will take some time off the clock at 10 seconds. Now down to 8. Reggie Strong with it at midcourt. Now it is Anderson on the left wing. Into the corner. Robinson wide open for 3. In and out. Put back by Becton. Not there either. And that will do it for the first half with the score. The St. Joseph Chargers 34. The Montini Broncos 32 at the end of the first half. And Coach Pingatore said it before the game. It's going to be a tough one. Certainly looks that way here tonight. Reggie Strong leading the charge for St. Joe's. 13 points in that first half. Malik Anderson also with a strong first half as well. He had 10 points for the Chargers in that first half. For Montini, Kai Matthew Evans with 10 points, leading the way for the Broncos in that first half. Well, if you missed it before tonight's game, I had a chance to sit down with St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore, and everyone, of course, at the top of the mind, Daryl Thomas tonight. It is the Coach Daryl Thomas Memorial game, and I asked Coach Pingatore a few questions about Daryl Thomas and also tonight's game as well. So here he is, St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore from before tonight's game. All right, we're here with St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore before tonight's game against Montini. And, of course, on everyone's mind tonight, Coach Daryl Thomas, a tremendous player, also was an assistant coach for you, and then was the head coach here at Montini. Going back into his playing days, I'm sure a lot of the folks out there listening do remember how great of a player he was, but maybe for some of our younger listeners, could you describe the kind of player he was back at St. Joseph?
Well, actually, when he came in, he came with another kid who was just as big, Tony Reeder. and they were both freshmen starting on the sophomore team. And all of a sudden, the press picked on it, the Twin Towers, and that carried on for 3 years. Daryl was more of the finesse guy, and Tony was a blue-collar guy on the boards, although Daryl could rebound also. He was just outstanding, all-around player. Played defense, could shoot it. I think more importantly, though, he was a great kid. And I still, even to the day he died, I still call him a great kid. He was a kid to me.
And, of course, he came back to coach with you as well at St. Joseph. What did that mean to you to have him come back to the program?
Well, that was outstanding. I mean, to have someone who knows what you do and has been through the whole thing and come back and want to be part of it again, so I'm thinking, maybe we did the right thing.
Yeah, so many players come back here, and of course now Daryl's son, we've talked about him, Kyle. He's a freshman on the team. How special is that to have him come to the program?
It's always special when you get the son of one of your former players coming back, and we've had a few, and they've all been great. And the parents have been very supportive, and they know what it's all about. That's the big thing.
It's definitely a testament to the kind of coach you are that parents want to send their kids back to play for you. And, Coach, heading into this game tonight, what are you expecting from Montini in this one?
Oh, they're going to be all fired up, and it'll be an emotional game, and we got to play through that as much as, you want all the hype and all that for Daryl and the family and all that, but business is business. We still have to try to win the game. It's going to be a tough game. It really is.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Because of the emotions.
Certainly difficult to play in these type of circumstances. Right. How are you trying to keep the players as focused as possible on winning the game?
Well, we never talked about, what the game was all about. I mean, everyone knew and so forth, and we just did business as usual. So I'm hoping that carries over.
Certainly should be a special night. And, Coach, we've talked about kind of the turnover on this roster. Last week on Friday night, both Reggie Strong and Marcus Becton, the two transfers, were in double figures. What kind of impact have they had on this team thus far this season?
Well, they're good players that have been added to the roster, so we have more people that can play, and that's always good. Of course, we're still all learning, including the kids that did transfer. So, by the way, you were right. They were bigger than my scouting report said.
Coach, once again, appreciate the time, and certainly a special night tonight, an emotional night, and hopefully you guys can come away with the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we've thought about it a lot, and a lot of people are coming that are here because of Daryl, and so it's going to be very, very emotional.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time so much, and hopefully you guys can come away with the victory.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Coach Gene Pingatore for taking some time out before tonight's game to talk about the impact that Daryl Thomas has had on the community at both of these schools. At St. Joseph, was a student and a tremendous player for the Chargers, and then went on to coach later as an assistant for Coach Pingatore, and became the head coach here at Montini back in 2015. And as most of you out there listening know, Daryl very sadly passed away in March of this year. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We will be back with you in about 4 minutes. So at about 7:53, we will have the second half. St. Joseph leading it 34-32 on the road here against Montini. Welcome back here to Montini. St. Joseph leading it 34-32 as we're about ready to start the second half. And the Chargers spent a little bit longer than usual in the locker room, and I'd imagine that has something to do with the effort on the defensive glass. Montini with too many second chance opportunities in that first half, and also just too many easy buckets for the Broncos. The defensive intensity has to take a step up in this second half for the Chargers. Just seemed like there were too many wide-open cutters for Montini, easy lay-ins, and it's a 2-point game here. The Chargers have shown on the offensive side of the floor the talent that they have. Reggie Strong with 13 points, Malik Anderson with 10, but the defensive intensity has not quite been there so far tonight. We'll see what the Chargers can do here in the second half. Montini will start with the basketball as the two teams switch hoops. Montini will be moving from left to right, St. Joseph from right to left. Morrill on the right wing drives the lane, has it ripped out of his hands, out of bounds. And it's last touch by the Chargers. It will stay with Montini. Antonio Hardaway back on the floor. He had 2 fouls. He picked up 2 quick fouls, and that could be a reason why the Chargers struggled so much on the boards. Inbounds pass into Morrill. Now here is Evans on the outside, setting up the offense for the Chargers. Evans had 10 points in that first half. Fires a long 3. Can't get it to go. The rebound to Hardaway. Robinson over midcourt for the Chargers. To Hardaway on the left wing. Across the court, Strong. Now into the corner, Becton. Becton on the baseline. Puts up a shot. Has it blocked by Morrill. Back outside, Robinson. Robinson on the left wing. Robinson being double-teamed now. Needs to get a pass out. Can he find one? Timeout taken by Coach Gene Pingator just to avoid 5-second violation there. 7:16 left in the third quarter. Chargers lead 34-32. Same score we had coming out of the half. And the public address announcer there giving a shout-out to the parents at St. Joe's for helping to honor Daryl Thomas before tonight's game. And once again, I'd like to apologize that don't really have the audio capabilities to do justice to the ceremony before tonight's game. St. Joseph assistant Bill Riley read a beautiful prayer dedicated to Daryl Thomas, also his nephew Gerald, who recently passed away from cancer. Really an emotional ceremony before tonight's game. Chargers with the basketball here. Hardaway under the hoop, high off the glass and in. So Hardaway comes back after he had those 2 fouls and immediately scores here in the second half. 36-32 Chargers, 6:40 left here in the third quarter. Evans driving down the lane, off the glass and in. Kai Matthew Evans, once again, he's got 12 points. 36-34, 6.5 to play, third quarter. Becton brings it over half court for the Chargers. Over to Strong on the right side. Cross-court pass for John Robinson. John Robinson on the left side now to Hardaway at the free throw line extended. Back for Robinson. Left wing 3 on the way, and good. John Robinson has his first points of the night with the 3. It's 39-34 Chargers. That matches the largest lead of the night for St. Joe's. Applying some pressure in the backcourt now. But driving all the way coast to coast is Jalen McBride. He draws a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And that foul is on Antonio Hardaway. That's his third. A costly foul there for Hardaway, who had just come back in and scored 2 points very quickly. First free throw, good from McBride. (39-35). The second free throw from McBride is also good. 39-36 Chargers. Robinson in the backcourt on the right side. Brings it across half court. Robinson then has it stripped away. Has to recover it in the backcourt, but it was last touched by Montini. Robinson to Becton at the top of the key. Looking back for Strong. Nearly lost the handle. Now he finds wide open Malik Anderson under the hoop. Can't make it from in close, but his putback is good. 41-36. Montini quickly the other way, but it's blocked by Hardaway. As Evans was wide open in the front court, but Hardaway came down on defense to make the block. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Montini as Hardaway heads to the bench with those 3 fouls. Kyle Thomas comes in for him. Scott West looking for the inbounds for Montini. Gets it into Evans. Evans loses it, but it was tipped out of bounds by Becton. It'll stay with Montini. 5:29 to play, third quarter. 41-36, a 5-point lead for the Chargers. Morrill into West. West for Evans at midcourt. He sets up the offense. Evans gets a screen from Gabriel. Now Evans dishes outside. Foul is called, a blocking foul here on Marcus Becton. That is his first foul. Second on the Chargers as a team here in this second half. Luke Morrill will inbound it for Montini. Morrill into West in the right corner. Now to the right wing for Evans. Evans now across the court. McBride has it underneath for Mark Gabriel. Easy 2 for him, 41-38. 5 minutes left in the third. Anderson down the lane, dishes for Thomas, off the glass and in. Kyle Thomas now has 6 points tonight. 43-38 Chargers. The lead back up at 5. Jalen McBride on the right side. McBride and Anderson called for the reach-in foul here. That is the second foul on Malik Anderson. Third on the Chargers as a team. 4:52 left in the third. 5-point lead for the Chargers, 43-38. Evans, the sophomore, sets up the offense on the right side beyond the three-point line. Dribbles to the top of the key, now across the court. Hands off for McBride, left wing 3, well short. Strong up ahead for Robinson, who's wide open in the front court. His lay-in, no good. The rebound to Montini's Jalen McBride. McBride drives coast to coast, then dishes. Baseline jumper in and out for Montini. Rebound being battled for. Last touch by Montini. It will go to the Chargers. Oh, no, they'll say it was last touch by St. Joseph? Really? It looked like there was no one near the basketball for the Chargers, but apparently it was last touch by St. Joseph. And Montini will have it underneath the Charger basket as Tyler McLaurin enters the ballgame. West inbounding to the right of the basket. West trying to find a pass in. In for McLaurin, who's backing his way on Thomas, then hands off for Evans in that right corner. Evans beyond the three-point line. Looking for a screen from McLaurin. Spinning his way in the lane, puts up a wild shot. Rebound is tipped. McLaurin able to keep it in bounds in the corner. Another offensive rebound for the Broncos. And you see the impact of Hardaway being out of the game with those 3 fouls. Here's Evans spinning his way off the glass. No good. What a move, but another offensive rebound for Montini. Evans under the hoop. Can't get it to go. Rebound is tipped. Evans has another chance and finally is able to score it after about 5 different chances on that possession for Montini. 43-40 Chargers, 3:40 to play in the third. Robinson drives the lane, dishes for Thomas, baseline jumper. That's long. Rebound taken by West. West moving in transition for Montini. Offensive foul. Charge taken there by Marcus Becton. First foul on West, first foul on Montini as a team here in the second half. 3:29 to play, third quarter. 3-point lead for the Chargers, 43-40. As Julian Gatewood enters for Montini. Becton in for Strong on the right side in the backcourt. Reggie Strong, 13 points in that first half. It's been held scoreless here in the third quarter. Strong to Anderson, backing his way in, dishes in the lane for Becton. His short jumper rattles around it in. Becton has 9 points. Now here comes Montini. The other way with Gatewood up and under. 45-42, a three-point game once again, under 3 minutes to play in the third. Reggie Strong on the right wing for Robinson, left wing. And once again he travels, attempting the shot fake. And a technical foul on Robinson as well as he slammed the ball to the floor. Oh, just a costly mistake there by Robinson after the travel. Then he's called for the technical because he slammed the basketball to the floor. This gives Montini quite the opportunity here. Can they seize the moment? They trail by 3. The technical free throws will be taken by Luke Morrill. First free throw off the technical, off the front of the rim, no good. So they get the 2 free throws plus the basketball. Second free throw from Morrill. That's no good as well. Boy, costly misses. The technical looked like an opportunity for Montini to turn this basketball game. And it's back to Montini. Inbound into the backcourt for Evans. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third. Evans beyond the three-point line on the left wing to the top of the key. Drives the right lane. This pass is tipped. It's stolen by Becton for the Chargers. Becton driving the lane to the right side off the glass and in. Marcus Becton now in double figures with 11. 47-42 Chargers. 2.5 minutes to play in the third. They're putting some pressure on in the backcourt. And it's stolen by Reggie Strong. Strong spins his way off the glass. No good. Rebound to Montini. Here's Julian Gatewood with some space in the front court. Morrill in the corner, fakes the 3, drives baseline. Offensive foul. Charge taken by Shaheed Owens. First foul on Morrill. That's the second on Montini as a team. Nicholas Bucaro re-enters for Montini. Chargers lead by 5. Reggie Strong dribbling it up the floor in the backcourt. Shaheed Owens on the left wing for Becton near midcourt. Becton looking to drive the right side of the lane. Not there. Putback attempt by Shaheed Owens. Not there. Had another chance. Kyle Thomas comes in and scores. He has 8 points on the night. 49-42 Chargers, 7-point lead, their largest of the night. And coming the other way quickly is Jalen McBride. He's fouled as he went up to the basket. He's down on the floor now as well. A foul on Reggie Strong. That's his second, 5th on the Chargers as a team. So an injury timeout here as Jalen McBride is down on the floor. (49-42) Chargers, 1:44 to play third quarter. How about the night for Kyle Thomas? 8 points so far. As good to see Jalen McBride back up on his feet after he went down to the floor hard. Scott West re-enters for Montini. He will take the free throws for the injured McBride. First free throw from West. Nothing but net there. Second free throw from West. on the way. Also good. 49-44 Chargers. Timeout taken by Bob Lozano and Montini. It's a 5-point lead for the Chargers. 1:44 to play in this third quarter. The largest lead of the night for the Chargers is 7 points. They've held the lead for most of the ball game, but Montini has kept them. They've been just right there at an arm's length all night. They have not been able to get that lead into double digits yet, and that's the question. Right now the lead's at 5. But Montini's been able to stay in it mainly due to their effort on the offensive glass. So many offensive rebounds, second chance points for this Montini team. And I said at the end of the first half, that was perhaps the reason that St. Joseph was in the locker room a little bit longer than usual, as the effort didn't look to be there too much on the defensive boards in that first half. Part of the issue, though, is Antonio Hardaway has been in foul trouble. He has 3 tonight. But a nice performance from Kyle Thomas, the freshman, coming off the bench. And I've mentioned it so many times tonight, but it is the story of the night, the Daryl Thomas Memorial game, and Kyle being the son of Daryl Thomas. A special night for him, and great to see him playing so well here tonight with his emotions running high. Here's Becton on the right side. Chargers with the ball, leading by 5. Minute and a half left here in the third. Becton trying to dribble his way around McLaurin. Now dribbles back out near half court on the right side. Minute and a half left in the third here. Becton gets a screen from Thomas, then gives off for Reggie Strong. Strong drives the lane, dishes out Anderson. Left wing 3 is good from Malik Anderson. He has 15 points, leading all scorers for the Chargers tonight. 52-44, an 8-point lead. Now it's stolen by Anderson. Anderson up the left side. Tipped by Scott West, out of bounds. Last touch by Montini. Well, they call a foul there on West, a reach in. That's his second foul. It'll stay with the Chargers. They'll inbound from underneath the Montini basket to the left of it, into Thomas. And a foul is called. That foul on West. He very quickly picks up his third foul. 4th on Montini as a team. The Chargers have 5 here with 1:03 left in the third. Anderson will inbound to the left of the Montini basket. Anderson right into Reggie Strong. He goes up and he's fouled. So he'll have 2 free throws. This foul called on Kai Matthew Evans. Sends Reggie Strong to the line. He had 13 points in the first half. He's been held scoreless so far in the second half. And the first free throw, he gets the roll. Went off the front of the rim, then the back of the rim and in. 53-44, 9-point lead for the Chargers. 1:02 to play in the third. Second free throw from Strong. This one's nothing but net. 10-point lead for the Chargers, so they finally stretch it to double digits. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Here's Gatewood on the right side for Montini. Gatewood drives the lane, dishes out West, left wing 3. He got it, and just like that, it's back to a 7-point game, 54-47. Just when you think Montini's going to go away, they come right back with a shot like that. Here's Becton near the top of the key. Montini thought he traveled. Strong on the right side, 25 seconds left in the third. Strong dishes outside. Anderson, another 3 on the way. Not there. Rebound to West. He goes down to the floor, but Montini going in transition. This pass out of bounds. Got a little ahead of themselves there. It'll go back to the Chargers with 15 seconds left in the third. 54-47. St. Joe's will inbound from the backcourt. Strong bringing it up the left side. Strong drives the lane, dishes for Thomas. Thomas in close, in and out. 4 seconds left. Now down to 3 and 2. A long shot on the way for Montini. Not there. And so at the end of the third quarter, the Chargers lead it 54-47 as we head to the fourth quarter in what has been a very exciting game here in the Coach Daryl Thomas Memorial game. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We will be back with the fourth quarter. St. Joe's leading at 54-47. Welcome back here to Montini, 54-47. St. Joe's with the lead at the end of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. Chargers will start with the basketball. Shaheed Owens will inbound from the right side of the floor at midcourt. Into Reggie Strong in the backcourt. Strong looking ahead for Shaheed Owens. He couldn't handle the pass. Had to track it down in the backcourt. It'll be over and back, and it goes to Montini. That pass was not tipped by Montini, and because it was last touched by Shaheed Owens, it'll be the backcourt violation. 7:50 to play in regulation, 54-47 Chargers. Gatewood nearly lost the basketball. Then he put up a wild shot. It was rebounded by Gabriel. Scott West with it beyond the three-point line on the left wing. West drives baseline, left side, off the glass and in. 54-49, back to a 5-point game. Under 7.5 to go here in the fourth. Becton on the left wing for the Chargers. Becton drives the lane. Can't get it to go off back iron. The rebound taken by McBride for Montini. McBride dishes for Evans off the glass and in. It's a 3-point game. Reggie Strong brings it up the floor for the Chargers to Anderson on the right baseline, off the glass and in. Much needed bucket there for the Chargers. Anderson has 17. 56-51 Chargers, just under 7 minutes to play. Anderson drives with the left hand, up and in. Kai Matthew Evans has been so impressive here. 18 points for the sophomore for Montini. Whistle blows here. There's a technical foul called on Montini. So the Chargers will have 2 free throws plus the basketball. From what I could hear, it sounds like they called a delay of game of some sort against Montini, leading to the technical. And now Anderson at the line for 2 free throws. Bob Lozano still asking for an explanation, but Anderson misses the first free throw on the technical. Malik Anderson's second free throw. Chargers leading 56-53, 6:39 left in the fourth quarter. He makes the second. 18 points now for Malik Anderson. 57-53 Chargers. Timeout is taken by Coach Gene Pingatore. 6:39 left in the fourth. It'll be a 30-second timeout from Coach Pingatore. What a game we've had here tonight. It's been a lot of fun here from Montini. A full house here at Montini Catholic. Of course, this Montini school much more known for their football, wrestling, and girls basketball programs, but under Daryl Thomas, this boys basketball program has been more so on the upswing, and Bob Lozano looking to continue that, and it would be a big win for Montini to be able to take down St. Joseph, their rivals from just a few miles down the road. Well, not necessarily a rivalry, as Montini, both of these schools really just recently joined the Chicago Catholic League. Here's Reggie Strong. Strong driving right baseline, dishes for Hardaway. Hardaway underneath, up and in with the right hand. Re-enters for the Broncos. Broncos will in from underneath the Charger basket. To the left of the basket on the baseline, 5:46 left. 59-53 Chargers. 2 timeouts left for the Chargers, 3 left for Montini. Here's Evans. Evans spinning in the lane. The floater is good. Kai Matthew Evans. 20 points now for Evans. And it's a 4-point game, 5.5 minutes to play. Anderson for Shaheed Owens. Now Hardaway posting up. Puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound to Montini, and then a foul committed by Hardaway. A costly one. That's his 4th. And that will bring Kyle Thomas back out onto the floor for the Chargers, as Hardaway will head to the bench. Kyle Thomas has 8 points tonight. Montini with the ball here. Chance to make it a 1-possession game with just over 5 minutes to play in regulation. Here's McBride. Cross court for West. West beyond the 3-point line for McBride at the top of the key. McBride now for Morrill. Fakes the 3. Now he'll take the 3 from the wing, and he got it! Luke Morrill makes it a 1-point game. Just under 5 minutes to play. St. Joe's led by as many as 10 in the third quarter. Strong driving the lane, dishes for Thomas. He loses the basketball. It's stolen by Montini. Here comes Evans with the slam. Montini takes the lead as Evans has 22 now. 60-59 Broncos. This gym's up for grabs. Thomas back out strong for 3. Can he silence the crowd? No. The rebound, Shaheed Owens. And then it's stolen by Montini with 4.5 minutes left. This crowd's going nuts here at Montini, and the Broncos have a 1-point lead. Now Evans for 3. In and out. Rebound, tipped around. Becton has it on the floor. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing the way of the Chargers. 4:12 to play. A 7-0 run for Montini, and they've taken a 1-point lead. The Chargers have held the lead for most of the night. They stretched that lead to as many as 10 in the third quarter, but a 7-0 run now for Montini, punctuated by a slam from Kai Matthew Evans. Gives the Broncos a 1-point lead. Shaheed Owens looking for a pass in. Gets it to Strong in the corner. Now Shaheed Owens ahead for Anderson on the right side of the floor. Anderson for Thomas, right corner. Now Shaheed Owens nearly lost the pass. Shaheed Owens drives baseline. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Well, Coach Pingator said it before tonight's game. It's going to be a tough one. The emotions, the energy in this gym tonight. A great atmosphere, a full house. Shaheed Owens at the line for the Chargers. His first free throw, no good. Pressure-packed moment here for the junior as Julian Gatewood re-enters for Montini. Crucial second free throw here for Nakai Shaheed Owens. Makes the second free throw. Huge make there for Shaheed Owens. It's a tie game at 60. Just under 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Here's Evans on the outside. Gatewood looking to drive. Baseline floater. Not there. Thomas with the rebound for the Chargers. Shaheed Owens in the backcourt. Across the court, Reggie Strong to the left side. Now Anderson, left corner, fakes the three. Goes into the lane. Off-balance jumper isn't there, and it's taken by Montini. 3.5 minutes to play. We're knotted up at 60 in what has been a thriller here in Lombard. Evans driving the right side. He's fouled from behind. And he's down. Oh, and you hate to see that. It's been an incredible night so far for Kai Matthew Evans. He has 22 points. Foul called on Shaheed Owens. That's his first. 7th on the Chargers as a team. It looked like it was a shooting foul, so it should be 2 free throws, but both teams in the bonus now in the 1-and-1. On the floor for the Chargers right now, Strong, Shaheed Owens, Malik Anderson, Marcus Becton, and Kyle Thomas. Antonio Hardaway on the bench with 4 fouls, and that's been a major reason why Montini has been able to do some work on the glass. Good to see Kai Matthew Evans back up on his feet. Evans has played a tremendous game. 22 points for him, including the dunk that gave Montini a brief 60-59 lead, but now Evans has to head to the bench as he went down there when he was fouled, and Scott West will take the free throws for the injured Evans. 3:22 to play, 60-60 the score. First free throw from West is good. The second free throw from Scott West. And they call a lane violation. Second time we've seen that tonight against Montini. 61-60. Montini clinging to a 1-point lead here with 3:22 to play. The Broncos applying some man-to-man full-court pressure. Shaheed Owens in the backcourt for the Chargers. West will play off of him as he brings it past half court. Here's Reggie Strong on the left side now. Foul is called off the basketball. Looks like Morrill may have pushed Malik Anderson in the back there, and that is the 8th foul on Montini as a team. So Malik Anderson heads the line for a 1-and-1. 18 points so far tonight for Malik Anderson. Sinks the first free throw, nothing but net. Second free throw from Anderson coming. 61-61, 3:11 to play. Anderson, nothing but net again. He's got 20 points. It's 62-61. The Chargers now with a 1-point lead. Julian Gatewood with it in the backcourt for the Broncos. Gatewood dribbles near the midcourt circle and that Montini logo to the right side. Takes a right side jumper, not there. Rebound to Shaheed Owens. Under 3 minutes to play in regulation. 1-point lead for the Chargers. Shaheed Owens between half court and the 3-point line on the right side. Shaheed Owens drives the right side of the lane. Off the glass, no good. Put back attempt by Becton is good. 3-point lead for the Chargers. Marcus Becton now with 13 points. 64-61. 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth. Here's McBride, top of the key. McBride looking to drive the right side of the lane. Blocked by Thomas. Ahead to Shaheed Owens. Shaheed Owens driving all the way to the hoop. Not there. The putback attempt is good from Malik Anderson. Anderson has 22. It's a 5-point lead for the Chargers. 66-61. 2:12 to play. Bob Lozano calls timeout with St. Joseph leading it by 5. A 6-0 run for the Chargers, and how about that block by Kyle Thomas? On such an emotional night for Kyle Thomas, his dad's memorial game. Evans. .22 also for Malik Anderson of the Chargers. 2 minutes to play in the fourth. Evans looking to drive underneath the hoop now on the right side. Dishes top of the key. 3 on the way from Gatewood is good. 2-point game, 66-64. Under 2 minutes to play in regulation. Anderson brings it over half court for the Chargers. Dishes out for Strong on the right wing. Strong fakes the three, drives, stops, puts up the floater. It's good. Reggie Strong with 17 points tonight. And then quickly driving the other way was McBride. He is fouled. He'll go to line for the 1-and-1. Foul on Shaheed Owens. That's his second. 8th on the Chargers. Both teams with 8 fouls. Both teams with 2 timeouts. 68-64 Chargers. McBride's first free throw, no good. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Kyle Thomas with the rebound. So now the Chargers should run some clock here, and a timeout will be taken.
Timeout Chargers.
By St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore. 4-point lead for the Chargers, a minute and a half left here in regulation. A full timeout here for St. Joe's in what has been a thrilling game thus far. 22 points so far for Malik Anderson of the Chargers. Also 17 for Reggie Strong. Marcus Becton with 13 for St. Joe's, and Kyle Thomas with 8. They have been the keys to this Charger performance so far tonight. But for Montini, Kai Matthew Evans, 22 points on the night. He has been tremendous. .68-64. St. Joe's with the lead in the basketball. 1:31 to play. 1 timeout left for the Chargers. 2 left for Montini.
As we come out of the timeout, Charger ball.
Chargers will inbound in the backcourt from the right side of the floor. Shaheed Owens is the inbound man. Hardaway, Becton, Anderson, Strong, and Shaheed Owens the lineup on the floor for the Chargers. For Montini, Morrill, Gatewood, Evans, McBride, and West. Shaheed Owens looking for the inbounds pass. Finds Strong. Strong on the right side. Strong drives the lane. The floater well short. Hardaway nearly saved the rebound. And a foul called on Montini as Hardaway was trying to chase down that rebound. A push in the back on Hardaway. And it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Antonio Hardaway.
And the game for the Broncos, number 30, Nick Lauren.
That foul called on Mark Gabriel. That's his third. Hardaway goes to the line. He's got 4 points tonight. He's been in foul trouble. 4 fouls so far for Antonio Hardaway. 68-64, 1:25 to play. Hardaway misses the free throw, and the rebound is taken by Montini. 1:20 to play. Evans on the outside, setting up the Montini offense. Evans drives right side of the lane. Got it off the back of the rim. That's 24 now for Kai Matthew Evans. 2-point game, 68-66. Just over a minute to play. Shaheed Owens, cross-court pass for Becton. Becton on the left side. Becton looking to drive the right side of the lane now. Puts it off the glass. No good. Rebound to Montini. A chance to tie or take the lead for the Broncos. Had some trouble with the ball in the backcourt. A dive for it. Anderson down on the floor. Did Montini have it and call a timeout? That is the question. They did indeed get a timeout called in the backcourt as there was a scramble for the basketball down on the floor in the backcourt. 41.7 seconds left. Timeout, Montini. 68-66 Chargers. A 2-point game.
Timeout, Broncos. This will be 30 seconds.
A 30-second timeout for Montini after they nearly lost the basketball there in the backcourt. Strong, 95 seconds. Strong back for Becton, and he is fouled up ahead with 20. The throw from Becton. Also good. 4-point lead for the Chargers. 2-possession game with 20 seconds left. Montini has to hurry here. Gatewood has it with 15 seconds. They don't seem to be any rush. Here's West driving the baseline. Dishes off to a wide open McLaurin. It's back to a 2-point game. 10.4 to play. 70-68 Chargers. Timeout is taken by Montini. Second for the Chargers, 2 for Kai Matthew Evans of Montini. A 2-point game, 10.4 seconds to play, 70-68 Chargers. They will have to inbound from underneath their own basket to the left of the basket in what has been a fabulous game in a Chicago Catholic League crossover. Shaheed Owens will be the inbound man for the Chargers. Becton, Strong, Anderson, and Hardaway on the floor for St. Joe's. Shaheed Owens into Strong left corner. Very quickly back to Evans, and he is fouled. Or rather, Shaheed Owens, that is. And he is fouled with 8.3 to play. He's got 2 free throws here. Chargers are in the double bonus. The foul was called on McBride. That's his second. So Shaheed Owens at the line for 2 free throws with 8.3 to play. First free throw is good. Huge free throw by Shaheed Owens to make it a 3-point game with 8.3 to play. But this second free throw also crucial as it could make it a 2-possession game. The second free throw from Shaheed Owens. Chargers lead 71-68. 8 seconds to play. In and out. Rebound taken by Montini, then tipped out of bounds by the Chargers. 6.6 seconds left. So it's a 3-point game. Montini will have a chance if they can make it 3 here with 6.6 to send this to overtime. And St. Joseph will take their final timeout as Coach Pingatore wants to set up his team defensively to defend this possession. They lead by 3, 6.6 seconds left, a full timeout taken by Coach Pingatore. Boy, what a game this has been. So 6.6 seconds left. It is 71-68 Chargers. But Montini will have a chance to tie. They have to inbounds from underneath their own basket here. They will inbounds it from the right of the basket. They have to go the full length of the floor. They have 6.6 seconds. The Chargers, they have Reggie Strong defending in the backcourt on Gatewood here. They get it into Gatewood. Gatewood up the floor on the right side with 5. Now 4 seconds. They dish it here. Back for Gatewood to tie it. It's blocked by the Chargers. Malik Anderson comes up with the clutch block, and St. Joseph wins it 71-68 in a tremendous game. And the Chargers improved to 4-4 on the season. What a night And you got a feeling that Daryl Thomas is up there and smiling after watching this one tonight. A really fabulous game between two teams, two schools that this man had such a tremendous impact on as a player, as a coach, and also Kyle Thomas. How about this performance on the night where his dad was memorialized? 8 points for Kyle Thomas, playing some of the biggest minutes of his young career as a freshman. And he comes up with 8 points, a key block near the end as well. Malik Anderson with 22 points for the Chargers. Again, just an absolutely tremendous game between these two teams. The Chargers win it, though, 71-68. So from all of us here at Arena Sportsnet, thank you for joining us tonight. We will not have the game tomorrow night against Evanston, so the next broadcast will be next Friday night as the Chargers host Mount Carmel. So for all of us here at Arena Sportsnet, I'm Connor Klingen saying so long from Montini Catholic High School, with the final score of the St. Joseph Chargers 71 and the Montini Catholic Broncos 68.